Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Paper here with another deck spotlight video for you. In this video, we're talking about a Thanos Galactus deck that has its core based in a destroy strategy with Death and Knull. This deck is kind of making the rounds, just destroy in general is kind of making the rounds on the meta and everything right now. So I think Thanos is an obvious pairing. There's a lot of destroy targets when we have Thanos with those 6 extra stones in the deck. This kind of harkens back to the old Big Bads list from like 6 or 7 months ago, back when Knull first came out. So I've had a lot of fun with this deck. I think it's pretty strong right now. Let's get into the deck breakdown. So the first core that we'll talk about is the Big Bad's core. This core consists of Knull, Galactus, and Thanos. All three of these cards are extremely powerful. They all can win you the game by themselves in different ways. Knull is very good because Destroy is a very popular archetype right now, so Knull can get power from both your Destroy cards and your opponent's destroyed cards, which is great. He also combos with Galactus if you can get Galactus out a turn early. Galactus is great if you don't know what Galactus does. He can destroy the other 2 locations if he's winning his current location that he's played at and he's by himself. It's a very situational card, but he's very, very strong, and there are plenty of times where your opponent just is ignoring one lane and you can just win it with a sneaky Galactus play. The last card is Thanos. Thanos is great because he's a 10 power, but also because he shuffles 6 Infinity Stones, which just kind of becomes our draw engine for the entire deck. All 6 of the Infinity Stones have their own effects that do different things, and each of them has their own situation where they're powerful, and it just kind of keeps the deck moving in a positive direction. The next core that we'll talk about is the Destroy core. Carnage, Venom, and Deathlock make up this core. Each of these cards is good for a different reason, with Carnage being good for eating stuff like rocks and goblin cards to get +2 for each destroyed card. Venom is good just to start destroying more stuff so that your Knull gets more powerful while not losing out on the power that's on the board. And Deathlock is just a straight destroy card. He comes with 5 power. He's just pretty strong, but he doesn't have any sort of added bonus. The next set of cards that we'll talk about are the control cards. So these cards are great for controlling your opponent's board, keeping your board a little bit more clear, as well as also contributing to the destroy effects. So Killmonger, obviously, he can destroy all of your opponent's 1-cost cards, as well as your cards as well. We're playing a Thanos in this deck, so board space is an issue. Killmonger helps alleviate that issue a little bit. Shang-Chi is included in many decks right now. He's very strong. He flips a lot of games, and honestly, he might be the most winningest card in this deck. The next set of cards are a little bit more replaceable, but they're in the deck because we are running sort of a destroy-oriented version of this deck. Yondu, Bucky Barnes, and Death are all destroy-oriented cards, with Yondu destroying the top card of your opponent's deck, contributing to Death's cost reduction and Knull's power addition. Bucky is probably the most replaceable card in this list. When he's destroyed, he's replaced by a 6 power Winter Soldier. This can be used to not only add to Death's cost reduction count, but also if you eat the Winter Soldier with something like Venom, you're not losing any power on the board, and it's additional card for Death to get her cost reduction. And if it's with Venom, you're not losing anything. So it's a great card for a low cost that can give you 2 more cost reductions on Death, who is our next card here. She gets -1 cost for each card that's been destroyed this game. Death is a great card. I don't think she's that replaceable. Very often we can get her to at least 2 costs for 12 power, which is insane. Very often though, we can get her down to a 0 cost card, which is amazing for 12 power. Just contributes to our final turn point slam, and I think Death is just a great card to round out this list. As far as replacements for the cards in this list go, Bucky Barnes, Knull, and Galactus could all be replaced realistically. Since Bucky Barnes is an early card in the collection system, you probably have him, so there's not really a need to replace him. However, cards like Knull and Galactus are a little bit harder to get, so I do understand people not having these cards. Knull and Galactus could be replaced by Arnim Zola and Nova. Nova is a nice board-wide buff, and Arnim Zola works great with something like Venom or even your free Death if you've gotten Death to that point. I think these cards are great. Neither of them are strangers to the Destroy archetype, so I think both of them work nicely here. So overall, I think Destroy is back in a big way. Pairing it with these 3 big bads also helps us with consistency and giving us more options to win the game in different ways that might be unexpected and could net you a big 8-cube start in a conquest game. Let's get over to the gameplay for this deck. If you like this content, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel below and also giving this video a thumbs up if you liked it. I also stream all of my games on twitch.tv/paper. I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, so go over there and give me a follow to get notified when I go live. Thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy the gameplay, and as always, good luck snapping. We're just never going for Thanos here, so let's just do this and then deathlock it. If we can top deck Wolverine, play Timestone and Wolverine next turn, and then top deck into Galactus, Rickety Bridge, we just win the game. It's a huge chance, but... we had to Reality Stone here. I think we just have to play Time Stone. Wolverine can win us Rickety Bridge. We know he's running Magneto, and we don't know what the last card is. We cannot draw into enough stones, so we can never get Thanos' effect. Knull is just like a great card to have here. He's gonna top deck Mjolnir. Okay, so this is one thing. We make our Knull bigger. Just hope that he doesn't have Shang-Chi. Yeah, this RNG is pretty annoying. I know I should have retreated last game. I think I said that as soon as we ended the game. So this is probably Doom on the right, I would assume. And it can hit just Jubilee, which would be massive for us. And then Wolverine could actually die to Rickety and then go back to Rickety. Okay, so we win the right lane. Go back to Rickety. Oof. 1 by 1. Holy shit. That's good for us, actually. Play Deathlock next. Zabu. This deck could run Jeff in it potentially. I think they'll nerf it, but in the wrong way. Well, they said they weren't looking at it before their break. So they come back from break tomorrow. Patch comes out day after tomorrow. They can't add that into a patch, so this is awesome. You think bounce is going to get nerfed at all? I think the bounce is going to get hit. I think they're going to do something to bounce because it's been good. But the only reason why I think that is going to happen over High Evo is just because they came out and said that they were going to look at bounce, or they were going to look at High Evo once they come back. So that's the only reason why I think bounce might get hit before, just because they didn't say they were looking at bounce at all. Yeah, I mean, the balance is pretty slow. It feels slow just because the games are so short and you get to play against so many people running the same stuff over and over again that it just feels really, really short. But in reality, like, no game nerfs stuff every month or like balances every month. I just play loot. Buja, okay. Nice. Oh, nice. We have Prio. Man, we have Prio. Why do we have to have Prio? We really have to risk this on a danger room play. What do you change with Evo? Make Hulk not be a 20 power card that has no downside, probably. Nice. Hulk is just a better Infinite, actually more powerful than Infinite, and doesn't have a downside. So I would start there. So we know he has Luke Cage. The Soul Stone's kind of a dead card. Shang-Chi and Darkhawk are probably in this list. Yeah, what's going on, Marin? Killmonger? Killmonger? Maybe we needed to save Deathlock in case they send something over with Sentry. Or with, yeah, Sentry Singer, Viper. Oh, yeah, they might have Viper. Viper, Shang-Chi, Darkhawk, maybe the last three. Yeah, I mean, the change to Lockjaw has to be his entire effect. So there's the Darkhawk. They would never give the high evolutionary version of Wasp +1. They would never do that. +1 cost, I mean. So Shang-Chi's probably the last card. Either Shang-Chi or Chavez? But it's probably Shang-Chi, you would imagine. But also, since they're running Sentry, you would imagine that they're also running Viper. Because they only have Carnage to get rid of the Sentry thing. His powers down are Knull by a little bit, but just don't feel like I'm losing this video game. make Lockjaw ability on reveal after you play next card yourself with the card in your deck. That could work. Ah. Weird Viper. We don't win. We don't. Oh no, we win middle. Yeah. You didn't play Shang-Chi.
Shall be sent, right?
It's almost like Exodia because Thanos comes out as a 20 power card. See, look at that. We have to play 6 Infinity Stones and keep the Power Stone on the board. Have all those out by turn 5 so you can play Thanos on turn 6 as a 20 power. High Evolutionary just gets to play a 20 power Hulk on the last turn for free. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, what's going on, Midwinter? Ooh. We can space. We can time. We're good old Lockjaw Thanos right now. I want a Reality Stone to block it off, but... Galactus is already a turn 5 card right now, so... It's fine. See, now we have a full hand. Oh. Okay. We just have to hope that they don't play into Eternity range. Actually, no, we have Killmonger. Let's Wolverine into Reality here. We actually don't even win. We probably don't even win the Eternity range, huh? Wolverine into Reality, or do we want a Reality into Wolverine? No, we do want one more stone played. So we've played time and space, so we just need power now.
Wind, aid my hand.
Nice. Okay. Do all this, then we can play Galactus on the right. This will power up our Knull as well. Oh, this is a bounce. Or this is a bounce deck? Didn't play anything until turn 3. We can't play Killmonger now. Patriot? Could we Patriot?
Kneel before the Galactus.
Do they run Shang-Chi? I mean, the max power they can play is Maximus Surfer, right? Which is 11, 10, 13. Yeah, we win. No shot that he plays. No shot that he plays Shang-Chi, but I guess we'll get to see him. He does. Okay. So we have that information now. That's good for us.